marriage is a scam. That's what I used to think a few years ago. Servant Shamar here. I'm gonna give you guys a little background of why I used to think that way. And I'm sure some people who are watching this right now, especially you men who are thinking that way right now, I hope whatever I share, and I'm sure that it will give you some perspective when it comes down to that mindset. Alright? So let's get into it. Now, growing up in Jamaica, I didn't quite see a lot of married people. I think, personally, I only knew probably three married couples. Right? Just 3 married couples I only knew. My godmom and 2 family friends. Right? That was it. Now, if you're happily married, that's a totally different conversation. I guess I can make that part 2. Right? But those are the only people that I knew that was married. And growing up as a young guy, I see my brother, my friends, dating, and I'm like, okay, I guess you just find somebody, you just hang out and just have a relationship with them, and that's it. And truly, I literally thought that was it. I thought that's just how relationships work.
In 2 miles, take exit 67 for Connecticut 31.
It's not until I think it was 2019 I had an awakening. So at this point, I started to hang around with a lot of married couples, because at that time I became an entrepreneur and I was going through a lot of networking events, and I would see married men and married people, and I was very intrigued by how, compared to the single and dating people, the married people, their marriage, it seemed a lot more serious. It seemed a lot more committed. And I started to dig into it a little bit more and see that, okay, when a man is married, so I guess I'll start with the man's part. When a man is married, he has a companion for life, right? He has a companion for life, right? Because men, I remember one time I heard this, and you guys can look it up, but when their wife dies, it's only a matter of time before the husband dies as well, because men are that kind of people. We want companion. You know what I'm saying? We want somebody to do
in
life
half a
with,
mile,
right?
take exit 67
so,
for Connecticut 31.
As a married man, that's one of the pluses you get. You get a life partner. You get somebody who's committed to you, right? And when it comes down to the woman, but I feel like, I know some people might argue that, okay, Shamar, men get more from the marriage than a woman, but I beg to differ, because as a woman, and I guess maybe I can get my wife to come and
take exit 67.
But when it comes down to women, I feel like women get a lot from being married, because if your husband, passed away, God forbid, and obviously
at the next light, turn left.
He has some common sense. He put some stuff into place to cover you, right?
At
so
the
if
light,
he dies,
turn left onto Connecticut
you're
31
well
north.
taken care of. So there's gonna be no, oh well, he was my son, or oh, he was my brother. No, the wife is the main person. In most cases, the wife is the first person to get majority, or if not everything, from the husband. You get what I'm saying? If God forbid something happens to the husband. So that's, and again, there's a lot, but again, I just want to make a quick video about this, that yes, men get a lot from being married and women get a lot from being married. And when I was observing these married couples, I see that they were really happy, and I saw that marriage was cool. Now again, I'm not saying dating and all that stuff is not cool, but when you're married, it's your life partner, because like I said, when you're dating, you could get up and leave tomorrow, and again, you could do it in marriage. But if you are the kind of person that have the kind of character and integrity that you're supposed to have when you're going into a marriage, you're gonna say, hey, you know what, it's not working, what can I do to fix it? And that's what marriage people do, and that's what I've seen in my experience whenever married people are going through hard times. Now with boyfriend and girlfriend, it's like, okay, he's doing this, she's doing that, I'm leaving. And again, that's the culture. It's sad to say, but that's what it is right now. The hookup culture, the happiness. Now again, I'm not saying you should be in a relationship where you're not happy, but that shouldn't be the only thing that you're striving for. I remember one time I heard a speaker said that he's not looking for happiness, because if you chase happiness, when you don't get the happiness, you become disappointed.
At the next light, turn left.
However, you're supposed to chase joy, because joy is a lot more fulfilling than happiness, because joy, you're joyful in spite of. Happiness, I'm happy when this happened, and when it doesn't happen, I'm not happy, but I'm joyful in spite of that happening or not. So again, guys, I just came here to give some perspective on why it's a good idea to be married. And again, maybe the next time in part 2, I'll list off more benefits of why you should be married.
At the light,
For the
turn left
most
onto
part,
East Main Street.
you have somebody to do life with. You have a partner. And I guess the biblical standpoint is that you have somebody that you're building a covenant with. You have somebody that you're gonna raise amazing kids with, and you're gonna teach them proper values. But when, again, not shooting the boyfriend and girlfriend culture, but you know, it's not as serious as a marriage. People, it's just like your taxes. When you're doing taxes, you know, they ask you if you're married, because being married is more important than, you know, single and stuff. So again, in my opinion, if it's something that you're interested in about, like getting married, like do some research, meet some married people, ask some questions, and learn as much as possible, because it's a good thing to be married. It's a good thing. But yeah, guys.